Oh, I heard a little, there was a news story today about 9/11. Did you know, I know you like the conspiracy theory that we shot down Flight 93, I think it was, over Pennsylvania. I don't think that's the case, or the story that's come out is just completely fabricated. Crazy. But there were two fighter planes scrambled that day to go after that flight, but there wasn't enough time to get missiles on them. So both the pilots went up with the intention of ramming the plane. And it was a woman and a man. The lady's name's Penny. She's very pretty.
Sounds like a convenient excuse for why they came back with no missiles.
Yeah. It's not because we used them.
Yeah, we left with no missiles and we came back with no missiles. That's what fighter planes do. If need be, we would ram it. That's our
catch
story.
them in time. They couldn't put the missiles
All
on.
The planes with missiles were doing drills far away.
in Manhattan.
Just today.
And DC.
When you rally planes to intercept a potential terrorist attack, sometimes you don't take the time to put missiles on the planes.
They didn't have time to put the missiles on the planes.
Sightsee.
I'm glad they fired that guy at the Pentagon who tried to implement the 364-day security. That's clearly what happened. They were just so tight and ready for it those other days, and then wouldn't you know it? Airspace.
Rogan's back to not believing the moon landing is true. I think I'm out stupid.
Is he? Are you sure he is?
Yeah.
Fuck. When did he say? What did he say?
This week, he said that he used to believe in the moon landing, but now he doesn't.
All right. Now,
wait. So he's.
Are you so what I've seen him do is I've seen him say before, I used to not believe in the moon landing, but now I do.
I'm not mistaken.
So he's gone back again. He's floppity flopped. Yes. Well, I 100% believe in the moon landing. I think it's, who is it? Grumman. I think Grumman built the LEM, the thing that went down to the surface and landed and then took off again, or at least the top of it took off with the people in it. They filmed everything they did. Like, it was a multi-billion-dollar process over the course of 7 years of rocket scientists. Like, they started with cardboard. You know what I mean? Like, they had to figure out what size, figure out the windows and stuff.
I'm not saying it wasn't a complex hoax.
We landed on the moon, and it's fucking cool that we did it. And I don't like it when people try to tear that down, because I think it's one of the greatest accomplishments in human history, and we did it. We had some Nazis along the way, but it was American fucking asses in seats, fucking flying, doing. When I see them go outside that space capsule, for some reason now, I think I have more of a grasp on what space and the vacuum of space is, and how unrecoverable you are if, like, you just were to hop. You open the space door and then you jump, they'll never get you. You're gone. You're gone. Like, you might as well have fallen into a bottomless pit. Going over there and getting something and coming back is not in the plan. Everything's coasting using gravity assist and stuff like that. We can't go get you.
There's no space golf cart where you can run over there, grab them, and bring them back.
No, they got those jetpacks now. When they go out and they work on stuff. And one of the scariest photos ever is the dude testing the jetpack for the first time. He hops out of the spaceship and he flies out over there by himself into the black. Right? No,
it was needlessly done then. Like, just have a tether, test it out.
I think the rocket scientists at NASA were playing it safe. I think they were testing their jetpack, and a tether was not in the cards. He flew out there and they took a picture of him in the blackness of space.
We have very different definitions of playing it safe.
Yeah, wouldn't a tether make it much safer?
You want to ask a very NASA long rocket scientist about it. What if it's tangled?
No, Kyle, it's your job to defend the lack of tether.
What I fall back to isn't any technical expertise or experience. It's my respect for the decision making of NASA when it comes to safety protocol and doing something a certain way. Because I've seen enough of how they operate that I just don't. Oh my God. He just flew over there into the nothingness.
Yeah, how much would a tether hurt?
I just broke out a little bit of a sweat. Like that's so scary. That's so scary.
I think what would happen, I don't think he would drift into space. I think he'd eventually re-enter.
He'd be dead regardless, though.
Oh, yeah, we're on the same page there. But I'm just thinking about what happens to him. He probably runs out of air, and then his body comes back.
If I were the NASA engineer, I would be like, hey, guys, I know we think the photo op's going to be sick without the tether, but we spent $11 billion training this one individual astronaut, and if we lose him, it's a catastrophe. So can we use maybe some clear filament Something that's still going to look good. Can we?
Hollywood photoshops the tethers out all the time.
Yes, exactly. Can we at least Photoshop the tether out, but have it? So if it goes bad, we just don't show that video. We wait till we get a good one.
I love. I want to get his name right. I'm gonna find it.
It's an
John Michael Gauthier. I love John Michael Gauthier so much. All he does is talk about space and like technology and hypothetical technologies and search for extraterrestrial life and meteorites and everything like cosmology with like cool videos playing on the screen. And he has an incredibly soothing voice. I go to sleep listening to that guy. I've seen every video he's made. I love them so much.
I got into content like that fairly recently. Like I'm out of it now, but like say from 1 month ago to 9 months ago, YouTube was just feeding it to me. And it's a little bit like watching More Plates, More Dates in that when I first start watching it, I understand like a quarter of what they're telling me. And then I'll increase. I'm like, all right, I'm getting like a third of it. And I work my way up to understanding half maybe of what they're saying.
So they were talking about, I was listening last night. He was discussing interstellar objects impacting Earth. That means like a piece of rock that isn't from our star system. It's not from all the rock that's in our star systems kind of started here and coalesced in different ways. And there's the Oort cloud, which is this really big spherical cloud of like ice and rock that's way past where Pluto is and everything. And that's still part of our like star system. It's all around our sun. But then there's interstellar rocks, stuff that came from other star systems that's just flying through space really fast, like twice as fast as the stuff in our star system. And it also comes in at a different angle because we're on sort of this plane where everything, and this stuff's coming from above and below and stuff. And they've seen a couple objects hit Earth. I guess we're good enough at tracking objects now. And he's like, it went down over Papua New Guinea. And I was like, okay, well, good to know. Good luck finding the little bits of metal in the ocean by Papua New Guinea. And then he breaks down how they've done it before, how they saw some object go down off the coast of Washington, and they went out there with magnetic rakes right away and found bits of the meteorite. And then he talks about his background is in, it's really interesting, is in historical coins and identifying them for treasure wrecks and stuff like that. And he talks about how using these maps from the 1600s, they found all this silver that was still there. And his point was the currents don't move stuff at a certain depth. If you're at 1,000 meters down or a couple thousand meters down, the currents are not doing a lot to a metal object sitting on the bottom. So that shit's still down there. And so the idea of going down there and finding this thing that's from another star and looking at, I don't know how old it is, what it's made of. Maybe there's a fossil in there. What if there's a little worm fossil from another star system down there in that rock? That stuff's fascinating to me. So I love that shit. That's what I listen to the most and what I watch the most. I like I said, I've never seen a Mr. Beast video. I don't know what it looks like.